What is up, my friends? Today we talk about the $1 million idea. I'm going to tell you a little secret, though, about it. The idea part is actually not the $1 million part. Welcome back to the podcast, Badass is the New Black, a podcast where I share how to be badass in life and in business. This, my friends, is episode number 3, and I am your host, Chrissy Chin. When you look at someone who's made $1 million, what do you think? Like, what's the first thing? You hear about this idea that they came up with and how they're making, they're generating all this success from it. What's the first thing you think of? Hopefully not, gosh, they're lucky. That would be poverty mindset. You got to get yourself out of that. I'll tell you what I think. I often look at them and I look at the concept and the idea and I think, oh my gosh, that was such a good idea. Why didn't I think of that idea? Or I wish I would have thought of that first, right? We have ideas all the time. I have ideas all the time. I have ideas in the shower. I have ideas when I go to bed at night. I have ideas as soon as I wake up. Someone literally says 3 words to me and it sparks an idea. I have a problem in my life. I try and solve it. Boom, idea. When I was living in Chicago, it was when GPS first came out with your phone, on your phone. So GPS existed, but it was now available on your phone. So you could literally use your phone and find out where you are. Put that destination in. It's going to give you the directions. All right. Well, I had a bike from, I don't know, I didn't really like biking, but I thought, well, I'm just going to try biking in the city. And now that I have GPS, I could put in the destination and I could go biking and it could tell me where to go, but my hands are busy. And so what if I could just have that mounted on my bike, on the handles, and I could set my destination and I could see it and it could tell me where to go? Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, well, the battery life was not that great then. And when you're using your GPS, it would just drain the battery. So then I had that problem. Well, by the time I get there, my phone's going to be dead and then I'm not going to be able to get back. So, well, what if that mount that was holding my phone could also charge it? What if I could be that little hamster on the hamster wheel generating that energy to charge the phone while I rode my bike so that I didn't get to my next destination and my phone was dead? Boom, $1 million idea. Not for me, but the next idea. I decided I didn't like biking, and so I started running. This is a little bit irrelevant to the actual idea, and actually I discovered I don't like running either. Apparently I don't like physical activity. So I have this idea. I'm learning all about, how to be healthy, what I'm supposed to do to be healthy, and water intake was one of those. Taking in enough water. You're supposed to take in half your weight in ounces. Okay. Get this water bottle. I know how many ounces is in there. All right, I got to fill it up 4 times to drink, to have the right amount that I'm supposed to drink. But I could never remember how many times I had filled it up. Am I on my 2nd refill or my 3rd refill? Wait, is this 32 ounces or 48 ounces? And I could never remember. Boom, idea. What if my water bottle could tell me how many ounces I'm drinking without me having to remember how many times I filled it and so on and so forth? Okay, another cool, good idea. All right, fast forward to the next idea, or fast forward 1 million ideas later. And I have this idea to solve another problem of mine. That's how all the best ideas start, right? Asking yourself, oh, what if? Or how can I make this better? Don't you wish? Those are how all the really good ideas start. So this next idea that I had was, what if I had this business training and all this educational content that I could use for my customers, which were my first business? This resource would help me save a ton of time. Something that I struggled with finding more time. And time to me is super, super precious. So this idea was going to save a lot of my problems. Okay, this was $1 million idea. Why was it the $1 million idea? Because it actually turned into $1 million business. So that's the biggest difference between the last idea and the first two. They all might be good ideas, and maybe the first two could serve a lot more people. But the third idea was the one that I actually took action on. I actually made that idea come to life. I actually created the resource that those people could use. So the biggest difference between all of those ideas was not actually the idea. It was that I took action and made it come to life. All those people out there that you see that have made $1 million or, are just uber successful, it wasn't necessarily the idea. It was that they took action on that idea. And I'm sure it was coupled with, it was a good idea. People found use out of it. Because I'm not saying that all you have to do is take your idea and make it come to reality and poof, you're going to be successful. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into it than just that. But the reality is that if you don't take action steps, if you don't take action and make it come to life, do the hard work, it's not going to generate success in your life. Ideas just don't generate success. The difference is that the idea was acted upon and the right steps were taken to generate success. All right, so taking action is the first and foremost, most important thing that you can do in life and in business. If your life goal is to find that special someone, settle down with them, start a family, you can't just have this idea of what you envision it looking like and feeling like. You have to take action. You have to go ask someone out. You have to take them out on a date. You have to court them. You have to love them, right? You have to take action to get there. It's the same with business. You can't just generate success based on ideas. Fairy tale land. You have to take action and put in the hard work. Make it a reality for it to generate success. No more sitting around saying, I don't have time. I don't know where to start. Get out there and figure it out. How much knowledge do you need? Where do you go find that knowledge? Go listen to podcasts. Go search on YouTube. Whatever you need to learn. The information is out there. If it's time that you need to make it a reality, where do you find more time? Do you stop doing something that you don't really need to do? Do you wake up earlier? Do you decide, okay, this is actually going to take twice as long because I literally can't spend more time on it? How much money do you need to make it a reality? So how do you decide, what your $1 million idea is going to be? So you can look at a lot of different things. You can look at, how much am I willing to put into this? How much blood, sweat, and tears am I willing to put into it? How much time is it going to take? How much money is it going to take? How much knowledge is it going to take? How much is it going to take for me to put this into reality? And am I willing to do all of those things, to find all of those things? The bike phone holder charger thingy, well, maybe it was a good idea and someone had created it. It brought on too many challenges for me to want to invest my time or all that money. Same with the water bottle measuring thing. I bought one. It wasn't very good. Could I have made it better? Maybe. But I didn't want to spend the time and the energy and the money to do that. But the third one, the business training, the educational resources, that I was passionate about. That I wanted to spend all my time on. It was my baby. I loved it. The difference is that, I was creating something that was going to create something else I was passionate about. So I'm passionate about helping people build business to reach their dreams, their goals, to build the life that they want and deserve. So that third one, that third idea that I had, that stood behind what I'm passionate about. And so that gave me the desire. It gave me everything I needed to put my time, my energy, and resources into that business. And it's because I took action that it came to life. So you have to think about all the ideas that you have. If your ideas are like mine and they go out as quick as they come in to your little mind, start writing them down so you don't forget them. Okay, and then look at those ideas and look at them and think, okay, what's it going to take to make these become a reality? Which ones am I passionate about? Which ones am I going to push myself through the hard days to make reality? Which ones can I make a reality? And that's what you run with. If you all are already taking action, you've already got that idea and you are moving forward with it, I want you to keep taking the next step. Keep taking action. Because I promise you, you will hit roadblocks. And if you remember Newton's law, that, I don't know, when did you learn it? In elementary school or something, elementary school, middle school, whenever you talk about that. An object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. I can't believe I still remember that. Something is going to stop you dead in your tracks. That outside force, that roadblock is going to stop you. And it's up to you to get the ball moving again, right? To get to that deadline, that finish line, that success. So what do you have to do to get that ball rolling again? You have to take action. Taking action and getting yourself moving again, that is the difference between your $1 million idea and your regular idea. So if you want your idea to turn into $1 million idea, you have to keep taking action. The first step, the second step, the 20th step, the 100th step. No matter what you do in the next week, keep taking action. That's it for today. I love you guys so much, and we'll chat later. Bye.